The last time I came out to the lake, there was this one little spot that I had gone to. So that's where we're gonna head back to and just hang. It's between San Francisco and Los Angeles. Oh, hey spider. The water feels so nice, especially at this hour. We've been coming here like once every year, and it's become like a ritual now. It's really lovely here. I'm reading this one book, and it explores the idea that we use about 10% of our conscious mind and 90% through the subconscious. This concept reflects that our subconscious mind is the primary driver of our thoughts, behaviors, and just manifestation, whatever it is we're working towards. Then I was like, okay, how does the sympathetic nervous system connect to the subconscious? The sympathetic nervous system is when you get into fight or flight. It's autonomic. It's influenced by subconscious patterns, especially conditioned fear responses. I relate to this so much because there's a sense of adrenaline that comes from being active and playing sports. All of these things come up when you are an athlete. Like, you have to think about these things because you're not just competing with others, you're actually competing with your own mind and trying to change your mind and shift the way that you think so that you can win. A lot of boxers, fighters, you just can see it in their eyes when you know they're gonna win. They have this fierceness, this determination, this drive, and they're untouchable because they've trained themselves to feel this way. And I think that's where the concept of fake it till you make it comes in. You pretty much just keep on habitually doing the thing until you convince yourself and prove to yourself that it's true. And with persistence and success in doing so, you actually start to convince yourself that you can. While we consciously process only a small fraction of reality, 10%, the other 90% is driven by subconscious patterns shaped by our past, environment, and beliefs. The subconscious runs like background code, guiding our behaviors and emotional responses without us even realizing it. I think it's interesting because I don't get triggered often. And I've managed to control some aspect, but in terms of some parts of my subconscious mind, there is an aspect that I'm still working on because I know I'm not perfect. I don't remember who was saying it, but they were like, our triggers never really go away. It's just that we become better with coping with them. We learn how to, tell ourselves that everything's going to be okay. We use these tools that we have learned over time, know like the steps that we need to take, and just become better about handling these kind of situations, which I really liked that because I don't think that our fears and such just ever completely go away. I think it's in the journey of discovering how that looks for each and every person. Because we're all so unique, we all grow up so differently, and at the end of the day, scientifically, it's all genetic, hereditary. And so if we can go back as far as understanding even our family and like understanding what they have gone through, maybe it allows us to better understand why we do the things that we do. By the way, there is something about being in nature that somehow removes my chronic pain and really allows my body to heal in ways that I think the city can't. And of course we can do yoga, Pilates, and meditation and all of these things, but nothing beats this, okay? This is getting to the core of what healing looks like. When things are good, it's really important to be grateful in those moments. But when things are bad, it's also important to double down on what's good and reflect on what's good, because gratitude can shift the way we view things. And I'm so grateful for the abundance in my life, the people in my life. I don't want to compete. I'm not here to compete with anybody but myself. And that's a huge part of life, is recognizing that you're not competing with anybody but yourself. But I do think that there is something that comes with playing sport. The beauty in sports is that it forces you to confront things that I don't know what else might, because life is meant to be challenging. Like, we're meant to work for things, intentionally work towards a goal, something that is so fulfilling to you that others view as work. Because when you do something that others view as work, you're like kind of unstoppable, because you're doing it for play and you're doing it for work. And that combination is really hard to beat. Anywho, I think I should run back soon. Don't stop. Keep on trying. Life is meant to be about the journey. So your wins and your losses and the teachings that you received, because to be honest, it's a blessing to receive a teaching and to gain wisdom. And usually it's the hardest times that allow us to learn the most. If everything was handed to you on a silver platter, life would look very different, you know? It's like, almost feels like you didn't have to work for anything, so why even bother? You know what I mean?